Good evening, everyone. Today we have gathered to celebrate the stellar success of Narayana in the JEE Advanced 2025. With us, we have the toppers of Narayana who have secured below 100 ranks. So let us welcome and congratulate them. So let's introduce them one by one.
I'm Ishan Kumar and I've secured a rank of 53 in JEE Advanced 2025.
I'm Cheryl Singla and I got a rank of 76 in JEE Advanced 2025.
My name is Sanidhya Saraf and I have secured All India rank 31.
My name is Piyusha Das and I have secured All India rank 29.
I am V. Lokesh and I have secured a rank of All India rank 10 in JEE Advanced 2020.
My name is Parth Vartak and I have secured All India rank 4.
My name is Sahil Dev and I have achieved All India rank 7.
My name is Anirudh Reddy. I have secured All India rank 20.
I am Bharat and I have secured All India rank 21.
My name is Kushagra and I have secured All India rank of 49.
My name is Jashwant Raghuver and I secured All India rank 98.
My name is Vishad Jain and I have secured the rank 44 in JEE Advanced.
So congratulations to all these students. Let's start with Parth. Parth, when you had seen the JEE Advanced paper, what was your reaction?
The first few questions were very normal, so the paper went smoothly. It was easier. But in paper 2, when I started with maths, I found the first few questions very tough. Like I did not get them initially. I switched to chemistry first, then went back to maths, and that really helped me.
I would like to mention Parth has secured full score in mathematics. Parth, you would like to give any tips to the students?
Have clear concepts and follow your teachers. My teacher was very good. He gave us excellent guidance. He was the best. And he gave us all the study material and solving material we required.
So Parth, during the paper, were there any situations where you feel like you are in panic?
First few minutes I was in panic because also I had just discovered that you could not scroll using the scroller of the mouse. Few questions of maths were really tough. So I had a bit of a panic at that time, but then I switched to chemistry because I knew that I would be able to solve it faster as well. So that really helped.
So how did you manage the lost time? Because you tried math and then you switched to chemistry again and then...
I think I lost only 5 or 7 minutes in that. So I finished chemistry faster. I tried to solve the numericals faster so that I would get more.
Luckily, chemistry was very easy this year, right?
It was moderate, I would say. It wasn't very easy.
So Sahil, did your preparation, you must have solved lots of papers, right? So does it really help in the JEE Advanced?
Really, I can't emphasize it enough. Like mock tests and especially previous year papers, it's a must attempt, and you really need to get into why you weren't able to do that question, whether it was the time limit or whether it was your ability. You should focus on your weaknesses. You should figure out why and what went wrong during the exam. And it's important not to take it as a stress. It's more of a positive thing. You are analyzing your mistakes so you can prevent them in the future.
And during the paper, did you face any questions which were ambiguous? Because this is something in the competitive exam happens. You don't have a subjective to explain your thinking. In objective, you are forced to assume certain things. Were there any questions like that? And what would be your advice for the upcoming students?
Well, first of all, there was at least one question, but particularly that one question I want to highlight. There was question on waves in our paper 1, I think. And that question, it really did not make sense from multiple standpoints, but my advice would be, if it doesn't make sense, then it may not make sense to anybody. So you should go ahead with any assumption you think that might work, what the paper setter might have intended to test. I managed to crack that question using just the options. I looked at the options and I figured out what the paper setter really wanted to test in that question.
But I've seen students many times saying this paper is unfair, exam is unfair. Any advice you would like to give?
Well, life is unfair and JEE papers are usually more fair than life. So you should appreciate that advantage. And if it's unfair for you, then it's unfair for everyone. That kind of makes it fair.
Yeah, well said, Sahil. It's very important for those students, upcoming students, to note down that no examination is going to be fair. There have been cases this year where the students had to waste 1 hour. The exam was started 1 hour late. This is unfair, but fine, you have to face it. So just keep calm and you will do well. Back to you, Lokesh. So Lokesh, what was your strategy to prepare for the JEE Advanced?
Revised what I learned, practice, and be consistent.
Is there any particular subject you found difficult and how you managed? Because usually what happens, not all three subjects
In
is
my
students.
view, there's nothing like difficult. It's just about confidence. I feel less confident in physics basically. After that, I got a suggestion that just don't think about anything. Just solve the question, what you know, just use it and do what's right. So after that, I found there's nothing called difficult. Means there is difficult, means which takes more time to crack. Like
So, Lokesh, phase one, the teaching phase where you are learning the concepts.
yes,
So, at that time, what was your strategy? Because if revision and practice are the main things, then how you go about the phase one?
phase one, learn the concepts well.
Right. And when a student gets the confidence that he will get a better rank during the
Okay.
revision part, or
Yeah, that gets. I mean, when you are consistent, you will get that feeling basically. Like I won't get a less than this. My potential is this. I can understand.
right, and then your preparation has been longer because you have been a CO school student as well.
I can't say I'm in CO, but I actually started JEE preparation. I can say from 10th class.
From 10th
Yeah,
class.
down
Okay.
to 10th.
So my question is, were your weak subject in school phase
Yeah.
during 9th and 10th,
Yeah.
and then during college, was it the same?
Yeah.
Could you improve? Because you said physics was, out of the three, was challenging for you. Was
Yeah.
it the same during the school phase also?
Basically, physics I didn't used to take that much serious in school phase. That's
Okay.
why I felt it like that. After that, I
Maybe.
realized
Okay.
that. Yeah.
And then Sahil, so do you think Olympiad preparation is needed to crack JEE, or Olympiads are altogether separate and you can just go about with your JEE preparation seriously? Do they complement, supplement each other?
Well, I've never really prepared for any Olympiad as such.
Okay.
Like before 11th, I had no Olympiad exposure, and in 12th, I gave the Olympiads because I thought, well, maybe my JEE prep could help crack it, but I didn't prepare for Olympiads in any way. Really, my opinion is it's a very different game altogether. It might complement each other actually. Your JEE prep might help out in like physics and astronomy maybe, but it's a distractor. And if you really want to crack JEE, you should just focus on JEE.
Partha, what about you? I know that you are very passionate in the subject mathematics and you attended the camps also. So do you feel like you have sacrificed something for the JEE?
Yeah, definitely. I feel I've sacrificed Maths Olympiad for JEE, especially in my 12th standard. But I think it was worth it because I had actually worked hard for it in 11th and in the earlier standards as well. And I realized after 11 that now it is time to, I felt that my goal had switched to JEE. So I felt it was worth it, that sacrifice.
Your preparation in math, for Math Olympiad, did it really help sharpen your approach, problem solving in JEE math as well? Do you recommend?
I will definitely recommend Math Olympiad before 10th because while the syllabus is different, Olympiad won't really directly prepare you for JEE maths questions, but the mental development and the problem solving approach which you get from Olympiad preparation is really useful, not just in JEE but throughout.
Okay, Anirudh. So throughout your journey in this at least 2 years for the preparation of IIT, there must be some ups and downs. Like there must be high points, low points. And that happens usually with many of the kids. So if that has happened with you, how you managed to overcome the low points when you were demotivated?
I feel demotivated. Eventually, my teachers also know that something is wrong, so they constantly motivate me. Even my parents also motivate me. They believe in me, so I think fastly things will turn into normal, and I will be normal only.
Which points of time you were demotivated? Because of marks, or because you're not understanding something properly, or you're not able to perform up to your own expectation? What exactly caused that?
I mean, sometimes I get less marks or a bad rank, or sometimes some subject gets drastically. At that times, I get demotivated.
Piyusha, to you. So I would first like to congratulate Piyusha for one of the girl toppers we have here. So I would like to ask you how difficult it was for you and what message you would like to give to all the girl candidates, because I'm sure they must be facing a lot of challenges. So how you overcome and what thing you want to give?
Yeah, I would say just be confident in your own abilities and like just work hard and be consistent all the time. The results will come regardless of like any background that you are coming from or like whatever the circumstances, as long as you are working hard towards your goal.
And you also secured 100% in JEE mains, right?
99.99.
Yes. So how was the preparation for mains?
For mains, actually, we gave like so many mock tests before the actual mains exam that like the real one was just another mock test for us. So I think like in that way we were well prepared for JEE mains.
But JEE mains, is full of ambiguous and wrong questions. I'm sure in your time also there would be questions. How you managed?
Get into like what the question setter might have been thinking, because they generally don't like delve very deep into the questions. So like think little bit surface level and just like solve the question.
Yeah, I think it's very important not to think too much about it. Just think basic, and I think you should do it.
So yeah, Piyusha, reading NCERT textbooks is very important for JEE main. They also say it is very important for JEE Advanced. Is it really true, or I mean, are NCERT textbooks are overrated or underrated? What do you say on that?
I would say NCERT books are quite important for mains, a little bit for advanced also.
Okay.
Like for mains, many questions are directly coming from NCERT textbooks or exemplars, so that is also very important to solve for JEE mains.
Right. The statistics says that the success rate of the female candidates little low in JEE, not the highest rank. So did it in any way help you or pull you back? Because it can help you if at all you are highly motivated because you want to prove it wrong, or you just prepared well because you wanted to do well.
I was just preparing well. Like
You didn't think about.
No, I was not really thinking about that.
Cheryl, you would like to add anything on that? And it's a difficult question, but see, girl childs usually face a lot of problems. You could share some.
Well, my parents and my teachers never like treated me any different from any other child. So they never said that this is not for you or anything like that. So, and I trusted in my own capabilities. And it was actually a boost only that I wanted to prove them wrong, that you can't do this. So
Good.
Excellent. And it's something for all the teachers who are watching here, not to discriminate the girls, because they are equally good and we should believe in them. If we believe in them, we would have examples like her. Very good. Excellent. Cheryl, so you have represented India for the Astro, right? And you have also won a silver medal for it. So how difficult was it, you think, preparation for JEE when you are also preparing for Olympiads?
So like the dream for Olympiad is mostly fueled by passion and ambition. So when I had entered 11th, I wanted to represent India. Like that was a dream for me. So of course you need to jeopardize some things if you are dreaming for such things. And representing India is really a big thing. So of course it affected my JEE preparation. Like I had a lot of backlog in organic chemistry especially and in mathematics, but I ended up covering it. And I guess it really helps you in JEE because you develop that critical thinking, because Olympiads always challenge the critical thinking, and as you solve more problems, you develop that critical thinking, and that is what JEE requires as well. So it is usually a helpful thing.
But how do you face, the JEE is a different exam than the Olympiad exam. In the Olympiad, you have plenty of time, whereas for JEE, you have very limited amount of time. So how do you switch between the two exams? You need a different mentality, right?
Yeah, of course I had faced that issue, like coming back from the Olympiad, and while I was giving mock tests, I was facing a lot of issue because I had started overthinking about questions and I had left the thing that I have time, I need to manage time also. I was just giving my whole sweet time to the paper. Yeah, so you need to work on that, like giving regular mock tests, more than 250 mock tests. I was able to develop the strategy because I was mismanaging my time a lot. So because of the regular mock test and error analysis sessions, I was able to build on that.
So you have to give equal time for all the three subjects, and then you'll have some time saved at the end, and then you go back to the paper. What exactly is the strategy that is the best?
Yeah, initially I used to try to give almost equal times to all subjects, like 1 hour physics, 1 hour chemistry, 1 hour math, and that used to fail very badly. Like I used to leave 5 or 7 questions in mathematics, so that affected me a lot.
Right.
So finally I just ended up trying to do the questions in first round, like what questions are doable and like what are giving you marks easily. Like just pick up those questions, and then after that, when you have more time left, you even get confident. Acha, I have solved half of the paper. Just half of the paper is left, and I have a lot of time, so you can manage them effectively.
So in 1 hour math, you will do in 2 or 3 rounds, or is it like you will give 40 minutes to math and then you
Like,
save 20
yeah,
minutes
I had,
after,
like-
and then the last
like
use.
I would set up some like time, like for example 30 minutes to chemistry and just solve the easiest questions you can find and finish it. Then 50 minutes to physics, solve the easiest question. Then remaining 1 hour, just do what you have left. So that was very helpful for me. I did that.
Okay, you also have secured 100% in second attempt for JEE Mains, right? Usually the students are reluctant writing second attempt. Any message you would like to give to them?
Yeah, like in the first attempt, there are like, you need the second attempt because in the first attempt, you don't know what happens, issues from your end or from NTA's end. So you need the second attempt and you should give it properly, because if you don't give the second attempt properly, you can, like, you might end up doubling your rank. And that is something which you would surely not want to happen.
Exactly. If you're not doing the second attempt, you're giving somebody else a chance to take your position. Your rank may double, and that's what has happened with many of the kids. Nevertheless, many of the kids did well in the second attempt. Congratulations on that. My question to Vishad. So Vishad, how was your reaction about the JEE paper? And also you have secured full marks in the maths. What tips you would like to give to the kids?
Before the JEE, because of the multiple revisions, I started to feel a bit bored, and also there was quite a long wait before JEE examination. When I started the examination, I was feeling bored, and my main thought was I am going to enjoy the paper. I always start with maths first because many times I am worried about the controversial questions, and in maths for a very long time there have not been any controversial questions. So I start with maths and I give it more time than other subjects, and yes, that does it.
And I have a personal experience with you, so you have one very inquisitive mind. You will usually pick up those fine points which usually the other kids won't pick up. It helps you in mathematics, but many times it doesn't help you in physics, right?
Yes.
So how do you manage that then?
I don't.
Not managing is managing.
Not worrying much about it, basically. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you also secured 100% in the first attempt.
Yes.
So after the first attempt, you feel like relaxed, till the advance, because I think that's what might have happened.
Not completely till advanced, but during I was preparing for boards after the first attempt. So during that time I was slightly relaxed. But after that I wasn't as relaxed.
Yeah, very important. Many times when the kids achieve something in the JEE Mains, they may get relaxed a bit and end up not getting the best in the JEE Advanced. So important for you to stay focused, because JEE Mains is just the first hurdle in the race. Your ultimate goal is JEE Advanced. Well done, Vishad.
Yeah, and then the preparation strategies for JEE Main Advanced, so they are different, or you just prepare for the subject and master the strategy of the exam? What would you say?
I focused on preparation for advanced, and in mains some extra things, some different things I had to memorize. So I just memorized those. And in the preparation also, one thing I noticed was I was doing better even in the mock test when I focused on enjoying the preparation rather than focusing that I have to score this much.
Can't wait to write the JEE Advanced exam.
Yes, so phase 1 I really enjoyed. I almost daily I had the mentality that I will be learning something new today. I was excited. However, phase 2 and phase 3 it starts to feel a little repetitive.
Next question to Kushag. So yeah, you did extremely well in JEE Main and then JEE Advanced. Too relaxed at the time because you thought yes you did it, and then or you just what did
After the first JEE Mains result, I was like a little bit relaxed. I'm like, I should probably enjoy this result for some time. And after that, we had boards. So I was in the entire 2 months, I was a little bit relaxed. Right before advance, I got that wake up call that okay, this will not work. I need to practice more and more. And then I got into the mood. Then that worked for me in the end.
Okay. When before the JEE?
Just before, like one and a half months before.
Then Narayana program. So what parts of the program plan, or what elements in the whole program structure really helped you?
I think I like the fact that every week we have to give like 1 or 2 exams. So every week you learn a new topic and then you give an exam on it. That entire week you focus on learning as much as you can from the topic, and then and then trying your best in the exam, so that one by one, every week by week, I collected more information, and that consolidated well in the end. So that helped me.
Did you anytime feel that these many exams, so you just came from a normal school background and then suddenly you had to write 2 exams, and then there are times where you are writing 3 or more exams per week. So do you think these many exams are really, really needed to sharpen the axe?
Initially, yes, obviously I was frustrated with like every single week we were having exams, but as time went on, I started like enjoying my time, and I felt each exam was not actually exam. It was just it was a reiteration of whatever you learned. So I just did it casually and calmly, and then that worked in the end.
So
I think it is very important that like we should have weekly exams. It really enforces the concept.
Anytime in between you are off the track in the preparation, like Vishad, you got bored or you're tired.
Many times that happened, especially like when phase 1 ended and phase 2 started. It was like a jump for me. So and initially the topics also we had like NLM and fiction and all that. I was generally weak in that, so I was struggling for some time in that. But as time went on, it started getting better. I improved on those topics as well. And though physics had been a weak topic for me the entire year, in the end I caught up well, and I practiced really hard in physics. I put more effort, and in the end I got really better than expected marks in physics.
Okay, same question to you, Kushagra. Like Vishad, you secured 100% in first attempt, right?
Yes.
So, were you feel like relaxed and then something like that?
Yeah, I felt relaxed for like few days. I felt really relaxed.
Not for 2 months. Okay, very important. Okay, Bharat. So, this exam is not just a challenge in terms of subject, but also a challenge in terms of mental strength. So, you must have felt a lot of stress many times. Did you? First thing. And if yes, how you managed?
I was very fed up with writing too many exams for most of the time. And whenever I felt like it, I was like very depressed, and I was trying to focus properly, and my teachers really helped me to not deviate from what I'm supposed to do, and they really helped me a lot.
See, Narayana program, you have a schedule and then you have exams, everything. So it is all completely planned end to end. So you're following that plan, right? So do you think you need to have your own plan at least for an hour or 2 hours a day, and then you should follow it? Or it is just enough to just follow whatever is on the table?
Like, it's not exactly enough, because the plan is made. Each person should have their own different plan.
Correct.
So, like, I used to spend extra time on chemistry during the final days, because I had to read a lot of stuff in chemistry, and I spent quite less time on maths because it was more of solving.
And which time? In phase 3 time?
Oh, phase 3.
Okay, Jaswant. So how was your preparation, and did you have any extra study material for it?
Nothing special, just teacher's assignments.
What was your strategy for the JEE? Since when you have been starting preparing for JEE?
7th.
So how difficult you found the preparation? You could be more elaborative on that.
I was not that much serious in any time. I feel a little bit bad about that. I didn't take marks seriously till the end of exam also. That's the main problem.
No, maybe what he's trying to say is exam is just one part of it. Understanding subject is more important than just marks. Because you may succeed in the exam, but if you don't understand the subject, you may end up failing in the IITs. And that's one thing all the aspirants should keep it in mind. IIT is an exam. You are preparing for an exam, yes. But at the same time, you should not compromise on the subject. Your subject should be strong. Maybe you can compromise a little bit on the marks. No problem. Life will give you the rewards if your subject is good. Thank you, Jaswant.
Yeah, and then Ishan. So when exactly a serious aspirant should start the preparation for JEE?
I think 11th would be the best time to start JEE preparation, because I joined in 9th, and 9th and 10th I was not really that serious about my JEE preparation.
But is it advisable for everybody, or do you think that they can learn at least the fundamentals in 9th and 10th, and then maybe?
In 9th and 10th, what I learned, like the fundamentals, they helped a little bit. But what helped me more was getting adjusted to the timings, and because in 11th and 12th the preparation is more vigorous and it's more time taking also.
Right. So 9th and 10th is warm up.
Yeah.
Fine. And then did you crack any Olympiads?
In 10th, I got selected for JSO OCSE, relevant to JEE because it had biology also.
Correct.
So I had to deviate from that for a while, and so I had to manage that also when I came back to 11th.
Right.
It helped me like to adjust my problem-solving strategies, but overall, I don't think Olympiads play that important a role in JEE preparation.
Usually, I find those who are preparing for the JSO, going for OCSE, find mathematics a little bit of challenge. Did you find that challenge?
Not really, because I have always liked maths, and I've always practiced more maths, and I like solving problems, so it's not really a big deal for me.
Okay, Parth, the image we have outside is Narayana is just studies. Is it so? Or did you get any time to play as such?
It is mostly so, and it should be mostly so, na, while preparing for JEE, because JEE is mostly about studying. But we used to have a fun as well, like between tests, we used to play cricket in class. We also went out for a sort of trip with, which was like scheduled by Narayana after 1 year to Aqua Magica. So that was fun. So yeah, we have 1-2 of these nice activities, but mostly it should be focused on studies, I think.
It's very important as a stress busters because all the time studying is not good. My advice, not to study all the time. Play a little bit, enjoy your time, and enjoy the studies. Good.
Yeah, and then last question, WT, weekend exams and then the cumulative exams. So preparation for cumulative exams should be separate because you'll get less time, right? Prepare for the cumulative exam on a daily basis you should prepare, or because most of the students, they're wondering.
Honestly, in phase 1, for me, almost all the concepts were new. So it took a lot of time to complete the weekly syllabus itself, and I could barely finish all the assignments in the weekly syllabus. So I didn't really have much time to study for the cumulative syllabus. I think it is important to just give the cumulative test, and just whatever you get wrong, try to revise that. In phase 1, that is important. In phase 2, of course, I think you should focus on the cumulative test just as much as you do on PTS, because now you are preparing for the actual exam, JEE, which will be cumulative. Obviously.
What would be the last message you want to give to all the kids, new aspirants? One by one we can have. Ishan?
I would like to speak about some non-academic things also, because as simple as it may sound, sleep and food is also a very important part, and health is a very important part, because if your health goes bad, you'll lose time, and your competition will get ahead of you. So eat and sleep on time, and also don't overthink and don't overburden yourself to the point of burnout, and take regular breaks also.
Super.
Yes, that is a very
Excellent.
important advice, because I've seen students staying awake till late night just to complete their work. At the end of the day, they end up wasting their next day sleeping in the class. So it's very important to manage your sleep. If that means you have to sacrifice a few questions, let it be, no problem. Don't sacrifice your sleep. Yeah, Cheryl?
My advice to the future aspirants will be to believe in yourself even in your lowest moments, because that time you have to believe in yourself that you can do better in the next paper. And to be always honest with yourself that what work you're doing, you should be honest with yourself. If you're honest with yourself, results will automatically come.
I would advise to properly practice test taking, because test taking is itself a skill. I would say that test taking and the marks are always not proportional to the knowledge. If you plot it on a very large scale, of course you will get a direct proportionality, but if you look at the higher ranks, it's more like a scatter plot, because test taking is a skill. You need to practice that. And if of course for good ranks, you need marks, you don't need knowledge. So test taking should be taken very seriously. Of course, having weekend exams every week was one of those things which helped me in that. Apart from that, a non-academic advice that I would give is always listen to your teachers. They know much more than you. They are more experienced.
Always be consistent. Consistency is definitely the key to achieving any kind of success. Attend the classes regularly and give all the tests and listen to your teachers always.
Excellent, Piyusha. Lokesh?
Yeah, I would say hard work, confidence in yourself, and honest work. That will do
Excellent, Lokesh. Parth?
I would say be passionate about your goal, and not just by goal. I don't just mean your rank or your dream rank or like the exam. I mean the concepts and the subject as well. Be passionate about the subject, and don't be afraid to dream big.
Excellent path. Sahil.
A competitive exam based thing I would say is don't put off solving the previous year questions for very late. It might be a big shock to you that some kind of questions just don't appear in exams at all. What you think in your mind that this type of question I don't know how to do and I will never be able to do. Don't put that negative thinking in yourself. Just solve the previous year questions. You'll get to know your score, what kind of expected rank you might get. That will prove to be very positive for your preparation.
Yes, very important to solve PYQs. However, one advice I would like to give on this stage to all the aspirants, not to solve the last 5 years papers. Please don't see those questions. Don't do those discreetly, because when you are prepared in the third phase, you would like to see those papers, you would like to solve those papers fully as it is, so as to get the actual idea how the JEE is. And if you have solved the questions discreetly, you will not get the exact idea. So save those papers for the later phases. You could, however, solve the long PYQs discreetly, not a problem. Anirudh?
What I would like to suggest is about the final JEE Advanced exam. Actually, this advice is given by my dean sir. He advised that in actual exam, you should feel that you are the one who knows everything. No one is better than you. You are capable of getting AR1. That is means you should have high confidence. You should attempt that exam just like a normal internal exam. And second point is about that exam. First thing, whatever means whether it is easy exam, tough or moderate, you should always try to start with easy questions, because for any type it gives you more marks only. You should start with easy questions, then you should go to the questions which you know but they are lengthy, which take time. And finally, when there is a lot of time left, you should try to attempt tough questions, because those tough questions are the questions where rank will differ for toppers.
Okay, Bharat.
Like if you waste a lot of time on a specific question, there is no need to panic, because you should just forget about it and move on to the next question in a fresh mind, and you should not carry any negative thoughts, because it is very important to resiliate back to the normal.
Very important not to get into a panic situation, basically he's saying. Very important to maintain composure in the exam. Excellent advice, Bharat. Kushagra?
I have a few points for the new joiners who, like 11th graders. I wish someone had told me in this 11th grade. In the phase one, concept is more important than focusing on the exam. Sometimes the exam might go up or down. But if you know the concepts really well, then that will, you might feel like you're getting little low marks in the beginning, but in the end it will pay off. And in the phase two, or whatever concept you built on, just go an extra mile and work on more questions, similar questions, and work on the attempting the paper at that point of time, phase two onwards. And one more thing, do not dwell on any success or any failure. From your success, you take your positives and you implement them into future exams, but don't dwell on it too much. And for your failures, don't get demotivated. Like sometimes Narayana papers will be much beyond the normal level. You'll feel it's very difficult, but don't dwell on it too much. Just focus on your negative points and how you look to improve them in the next exam. That will help you achieve your target in the end.
Excellent, Kushagra. I think those who are Narayana students are aware about phase 1 and phase 2. Those who are not Narayana students, let me just briefly tell you. Phase 1 is about syllabus completion and phase 2 is about revision. Just a brief intro about it. Just one.
I want to say about last week before exam, don't leave maths and physics and do complete chemistry. Please don't do like that. Just revise 1-2 hours at least every day, maths and physics also. If you are tensed before, just day before exam, engage in solving some questions. You will get out of the tension.
Okay, that is an interesting advice, because I think Path had left maths altogether in the last week, right? Nevertheless, Vishal.
Especially in phase one, I would recommend that if you spend 1 week practicing any one topic, you will have solved a lot of questions of that topic. So whenever you make a silly mistake in the practice, just beside the question, shortly write what that mistake was. And on the day before exam, just view what all mistakes you are making. So that helps reduce the mistakes you make in the mock test itself. As an example, you may find a pattern that consistently you're missing a factor of half somewhere. So you will be able to catch it early.
Thank you, Ishit. So thank you all for joining. But one last advice to all the aspirants. Congratulations. But remember, this is just one exam. It's the beginning of a long journey. You have to still work hard in the IITs. Do well. My best wishes. All the best.
Yeah, all the very best. Don't miss the first year because you are drained so much. Relax now before you get into IITs, right? And then just from day one, again, you have to be again passionate to really do your engineering. You have been, all this is to do well in your engineering, right? So have bigger goals. All the very best.
All the best.